think we are live now. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. I don't know what time it is in your country, wherever you're connecting from. I am Jessica Lockhart, Director of the International Institute of Humanology, and this is the World of Humanology interviews. This new space is being open to the world to be able to meet people who have stories to tell, to discover other realities, to have a chance to really talk about very special topics in depth. We aim at having special people in our program. We aim at opening the possibility for our followers to really ask those questions they never dared ask before, to really pose those questions that they always wondered about. This is a space for you. This, the World of Humanology interviews, will be held every Friday. We start today. This is our first program, our first show. We will start today, but we will keep it going every Friday, except on the holidays. Sorry, we'll be taking a break. But every Friday, please wait for us. Connect, share, discover. We're going to bring you amazing stories. And we're going to do it from all around the world. We're going to be talking about topics that are varied and sometimes unexpected. Today, we're going to be traveling almost 10,000 kilometers. To be precise, we're going to be traveling 9,811 kilometers. We're going to go all the way across the globe to connect with an amazing person, an incredible human being, a man who's trying to do a lot for others, a man who created and established a foundation, Yagazi, I hope it's properly pronounced, Yagazi Foundation, to help those in need, to help those who have no resources and sometimes no hope. He helps young people through sports, and he tries to help his community any way he can invent or he can find. I am extremely honored today to introduce a man who's going to be giving you a lot of information on a very, very special program. Let me first introduce you to, let's see if I can pronounce it properly, Ken Ezirim, who's going to be joining us all the way from Nigeria. Ken, welcome. It's an honor to have you here.
Yes, I must say thank you to God Almighty. Thank you, Jessica, for bringing me on board. And special thanks to the World of Humanology for bringing me to the spotlight to speak with like minds and the good people of the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being here, Ken. Please let me first explain what it is that you do, what Yagazi Foundation is, why you created it, what its object is, and then we'll move to the special program that I want to discuss today. But let's give people a little understanding of who you are and what it is that you do.
Okay, yes, I am Ezirim Chinedu Kennedy, a global citizen living in Nigeria, born in Nigeria. I am the founder of Yagazi Foundation. Yagazi Foundation is a non-governmental organization, a community-based organization, a charity organization that gives voice, help, solution to the helpless, to the destitute, to the underprivileged, the underserved people in unreached areas of Nigeria and beyond, using sports and education as a veritable tool to connect to other dots of the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. Thank you.
The microphone is off. Okay, as I was saying, thank you for that, Ken. Ken is doing amazing things for his community, or he's trying to. He's really, really devoted to helping others. And today we want to discuss one of his babies, one of his programs, because it's a high impact program and one that I think is very, very necessary. We're going to be talking about a program that he's involved in. It's a program, the goals of which are to help women in Nigerian prisons. And in particular, he aims at helping them with basic needs. He wants to provide these women with the basic needs they're lacking while being in prison. You were telling me, Ken, that the prisons in Nigeria are completely packed, that they are overpopulated, and that the situation there is really dramatic. Can you describe it a little bit for those of us who don't know that reality, and for those who are listening to us today, please?
Yes, thank you very much for that question. Yes, to name a few, one of the prisons we have in Nigeria, just like the next prison we are planning on visiting on the 19th of this month, named Ikoyi Prison. That prison capacity is 800, that is for 800 inmates, but it houses approximately 3,000 inmates. So you can imagine how uncomfortable such situation will be. And then to the ladies or to the women, sometimes once in a month, when they are in their monthly flow, that is their menstrual period, you know, most of them does not have their pubic hair shaved. And then when they release this blood, it mixes with their hair and release noisome smell and becomes hazardous to their health, becomes troublesome to their body, and causes more of trauma and other psychological imbalance in their lives while serving their jail term in the prison.
I was just showing everybody watching the show a picture of some of the things that you deliver to these women. The toilet paper, the hygienic pads. You're trying to help them in a way that a lot of people don't realize is necessary. Because a lot of people think, well, they're in prison and they will be provided all these things, they will be given everything they need, but that's not necessarily so. The circumstances there are really, really dramatic. I want to share with our audience now a little image of those people that are helping you. If I may, let's see if I can show you the picture. I hope you can see it. This is part of the Yagazi Foundation team, I think. Can you please tell us a little bit about them, Ken? Who
Yes,
are the people helping you? Can you tell us about them?
yes. The lady on white top, her name is Barrister Chidera Obichendu. She's a barrister. She's an attorney, and then she is an advocate of human rights. And then the other person is Koinsola. She's also an advocate for women in crisis. And that myself, Ezirim Chinedu Kennedy, that was our last visitation in Kirikiri Female Prison in September during the lockdown. We went there and then we were able to distribute tampons, toiletries, tissue papers, shaving sticks, food items, and then water to the inmates.
Wow, that's an amazing task that you're trying to do, Ken. I
Thank
think
you.
that sometimes people believe that inmates in prisons are lesser human beings because
So,
they committed crimes or they did things that are considered to be wrong. They don't deserve to be treated equally. And that is part of the problem we're facing because, well, the people in prisons are as much human beings as we are. People can
true,
make mistakes. People can
true.
commit crimes and still
Be
deserve
outside
to
the
be
prison.
protected. Yeah. So
That's true.
I am quite certain that you could give us a lot of stories. You can share a lot of stories of these women in those prisons with the people who are listening to us. I would like you to somehow humanize that situation for our watchers, Ken. Can
Yes.
you tell us something about them so people realize that those are also women like us?
Yes. One thing that inspired me in this mission is I have this mentality that everybody is a member of the society, regardless of who you are, your religion, your tribe, your race, your belief, and every other thing. We are all equal, you know. So the one of our previous prison visitation, I met a lady, and she said, I asked her, "What brought you here?" She said it was anger. You know, she was blindfolded with rage that she hit her husband, and he died. He hit her husband in the private part, in a very bad area, around his ball area, and then he died. She never believed it, and then she found herself behind bars, and then I saw remorse. She was remorseful, while serving her jail term in the prison. Another lady was a woman who tried to sell her baby. She tried to sell her baby, and then she was caught. And then asked her, why did you decide to sell your baby? A special gift from the Almighty. She said it was because she was battling with poverty. She couldn't raise that baby. And then asked her, why did you take him in the first place? If you know you cannot fend for the baby, why did you take him? She said it was by accident. She never knew it was going to be like this. So many stories in the prison. And I realized most of them don't even know what they were doing. Sometimes they were blindfolded with rage, with live situation that they can't even control. Another lady told me that she was actually trying to woo a guy, and then there's another lady who the guy loves, and before you know it, she sent some thugs, to attack the other lady. Yes. So and while that was going on, the other lady was killed by the thugs, and then they traced it, and then they came after her. That was how she got herself behind bars. Behind bar, I mean. So many stories from these inmates. If I start mentioning them, it will be dusk, or it will be dawn, considering where you are. So it's so many, so many compelling stories in the prison. And some of them said they have never had sex for a very long time, and they are horny. They need a man to make them feel like a woman again. A whole lot of stories. And I told them, all you have to do is to develop a positive mindset. Develop a positive mindset, be remorseful for what you've done, and then pray to God, and then do the right thing while you're in prison. And that's it.
Thank you for that testimonial. That is reality, that is life for these women. You were telling us that the situation in the prison is really, really crowded and not very healthy or hygienic, that it is a very hard life for them while they're inside. What do they
Yes.
do? What is a normal day in a Nigerian prison for women like?
Yeah, sometimes they engage in arguments. Sometimes they engage in dragging food that is meager, that is not even enough to satisfy a baby. And then the food they are dragging or trying to fight, yes, the food is not even well prepared, not nutritious, doesn't contain the balanced diet. So sometimes they engage in social arguments, about men, about their ex, about their past relationship. Sometimes they discuss about their loved ones who have never come to visit them while they are serving their jail term. Some of them have been for 10 years, 15 years, donkey years, some months, nobody cares to come to them. While some have people who always check up on them. And then another argument was the situation of the country. Sometimes they hear news, they hear some things going on in the country, and sometimes they heard about prison break that happened during the protest in Nigeria. There's a place in Nigeria called Benin City in Edo State. They had a prison break where prisoners ran away. They were all discussing all these things, and then it's so many, it's so many in the prison, But the bottom line is they are not comfortable while serving their jail terms.
So we understand that the situation is not very comfortable, Ken, but my question is, what does a woman do in a prison in Nigeria all day long? Do they work? Do they have any kind of activities? Is it planned, or do they just sit there all day long?
All right.
What is it like?
All right. Yeah, it depends. Some of them engage in vocational activity, while some of them engage in cutting of grass, while some of them engage in voluntary work, social work, while some of them engage in some indoor games like Ludo games, a Ludo game, like drought, snake and ladder, what, and all sort of indoor games to keep them busy. And sometimes they read the news, or they listen to the news, or they watch the television just to stay informed. And sometimes, yeah, that's it.
And you were telling us that these women don't have the basic needs satisfied.
Yes,
Let
yes,
me
they don't
ask
have.
you one question. There is a question. Are these women with their children in prison, like in some countries, or are the children outside and there's just women?
Yes, so this some of them, some of them were pregnant while when they were convicted, and then they delivered. Sometimes, in fact, in most cases, their children are not there with them. They are taken to caregiving homes where their children are taken care of. So their children are not with them in the cells or in the prison. No.
Okay.
And then the government takes care of the children, and NGOs also take care of the children. And it's in part of our plans for 2021. We will also visit their children in orphanage homes, in the motherless baby homes, and then we take care of them as well, just to support the government in helping them.
So if I understood right, the program that you're running now is a program that is trying to collect the goods that these ladies, these women need, the hygienic and the basic goods products that they need, like hygienic tampons and pads, yes, and like toilet paper. And you're running like a collection for that.
Yes.
Let me please share on an image some of the details for people who might be interested. Let's share. I hope you can see it. Can you see it, Ken? Can you see the image of the program you're running? Well, according to the information I have, the program that you're running is called Ikoyi or Ikoyi Female. And this is a program that is requesting people to please help by donating a little money, as much as you can, to the Agassiz Foundation for these women. We have the details on the screen right now. We're going to continue talking while the details remain on the screen so people can copy the details, or they can also request. For all those of you who are watching us, you can also request all these details, and we will send them to you. We'll be very happy to send them with you. Let's remind everybody, please, Ken, what these women mainly need. What kinds of things are you trying to buy? Because who knows, maybe someone is watching us that could donate a lot of those products as well. So please, let us know what it is that you need, Ken.
All right, yes. So what Yagazie Foundation need on behalf of the female inmates is either funds or the listed items such as sanitary wares like sanitary pads, toiletries, provisions, food items, and yes, that's what we need basically.
Yeah, I think you also need clothing, right? Clothes for these women. Hello, Ken. Well, I think we're having a little problem with the connection right now.
Yes, there is.
You also need clothes, right?
Yes.
What? Okay, I am in Panama. You are in Nigeria. I have no idea what kind of clothes you need in Nigeria. What kind of clothes would you need to donate?
Just like the one you see on the screen. There's a clothes they have in the prison. So what we do is we discuss with the jailers. We take measurements, and then we design those clothes and give to them, because they don't wear mufti or casual clothes. No, they have a uniform, like the prison uniform that they are required to put on while in the cell.
So what you need is cloth, not clothes. Cloth, so they can make the uniform with.
Yes.
Okay, so please, everybody, as you heard Ken, they're trying to help these women in Nigerian prisons, and they basically need, of course, funds, money that will help them buy all these provisions for them. They also need everything that has to do with hygiene, hygienic pads, tampons, that can help women. They also need toiletries, and they need cloths and food. So anybody listening to us that could help these women, please contact the Agassiz Foundation. You have the details on the screen right now. They have their bank number here. They have all the details, and they have their address. Contact Ken, who will be more than happy to help you. Any questions you have, send us an email. Shoot a message to us and we will get it back to Ken and he will contact you. The United Nations launched a set of 17 goals to create a sustainable planet. These goals, these sustainable goals, are being worked on all around the globe. And in this particular case, Ken and his Yagazi Foundation are trying to help women who are underprivileged, who are minorities, who are in a very, very difficult situation. So we're sending the word out and we're asking you to please help these women. Ken, here it says you're working with this prison in particular. How many prisons are you covering in your program? Are you just working with one or are you covering others?
Yes, we do. It's a periodical arrangement. We do it one at a time. This is the next prison, Ikoyi prison. After this one, we are going to another prison in Nigeria. Our goal is to cover all the prisons in Nigeria and beyond. It's just, we do this as our CSR program, like a give back to the society. That's it. So after this Ikoyi female prison, we are going to another female prison in Nigeria, just to cover the entire Nigeria, and then we expand to other parts of Africa. Thank you.
Ken, why only female prisons? Are you also going to male prisons?
Yes, we do. We do it side by side.
Okay.
We do it side by. So after this, the next prison will be men and women. The next prison will be men and women in the next visitation. We pick another prison in Nigeria, and then we go there and we replicate what we did in Ikoyi in that next prison.
All right. So as you can all see, and by hearing and listening to Ken, there is a real need for help, for support for these women. We're approaching a very special season in certain parts of the world, a season in which people are supposed to feel grateful and loving towards humanity, a season to say thank you, a season to think about others, a season in which others become more important. So in that spirit, we want to share this message out to the world. This is a situation that needs help. All these women need help in Nigeria. So we wanted to share the message with you. We wanted to contact Ken and tell you about this incredible opportunity, this incredible project that the Yagazi Foundation created and is working on. Ken, can you tell us a little bit more about what other projects you're working on in the Yagazi Foundation? What other people you're trying to help now? The microphone, please. It turned off.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Our next project is a grassroots sports development program where we engage able and disabled children in a facility in Nigeria where we promote literacy and numeracy through sports. In that facility, we engage abused children, we engage underserved children, less privileged children, and educate them in that campus so that we will help secure their future, so that they will not be used for child soldier or to perpetrate terrorism or to live irresponsibly in the society. So the program will kick off for 2021. We are also soliciting for support to be able to make our project sustainable, because if we have a campus, a facility that will accommodate a sports museum, that will accommodate a training center for the boys and the girls, that will accommodate a sports hall, indoor games, futsal game, basketball, volleyball, ping pong, video games, and then we also recruit teachers, coaches, who will help, psychologists, who will help direct these children in their developmental stage, so that at the end, they will become useful to their families, to the society, to themselves, and to the foundation. So we also need support for that project. It is massive. It is massive because we can't do it in isolation. It is massive. And it's first of its kind in the entire Africa, where numeracy and literacy will be promoted or encouraged through sports or sporting activities. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Ken. That is amazing. That is unbelievable. For those of you who are listening to us, the International Institute of Humanology is about to sign an agreement with the Agassiz Foundation to collaborate and to offer some support by training some of their people in humanology so they can help those children. As you know, humanology is the new discipline that studies and explains human beings. And in that spirit, we will hope to train some of the staff at the Agassiz Foundation so they can help the children understand themselves and understand the reality, thus taking control of it. This is part of the project. Let's talk now about figures, about numbers, please. Ken, tell me, how many women do you expect to help in this Ikoyi prison that you're going to be visiting on the 19th of November?
Approximately 3,000.
Sorry,
yes.
Ken, the 19th of December, so it's clear.
Yes.
So people really feel encouraged to support us. So
yes.
How many people?
Approximately 3,000 female inmates.
About 3,000 women who need basic support, who need the basic hygiene products and who need food. So people, let's help. And you're talking about the other project that you're going to be organizing for the children. What are the figures like there? Ken, how many children do you expect to support like that?
Yeah, so the plan is the project is in corroboration to the UN SDG goals. And then we try to see we can engage 100,000 children in and out of the campus before the year 2030.
Wow, that's an amazing, staggering figure, Ken. So You're going to start, you said you're going to start now because you haven't really started yet. What are the first steps you're planning to take? People, if you want to help, you have the figures on the screen. Please connect, please contact the Agassiz Foundation to help these women or to see how to help the children in Africa through this incredible initiative. Ken, what is the first step? How are you going to start? How many children do you plan to work with at the beginning?
Yes, at first, we're looking at 1,000 children. 1,000 children, yes. And then before we do that, before we engage the children, we will engage the trainers. Make sure they are involved in training programs for them to be able to acquire all the necessary skills that they need to transfer to the children through sports, through education, or through vocation, or through agriculture, or any other educative means. So we have to train the trainers, make sure they are equipped, they are informed, and then they're enlightened, and then we'll move to engaging the children. And then before we engage the children, we'll make sure we have our facility ready where we'll be able to house these children from the classroom to the hostels. And we'll also make sure there's availability of food, that is nutrition, which is very important for these children. A good number of these children are not well fed. They are battling with malnutrition, considering the economic situation of our country, Nigeria. So these are the steps we want to take. First of all, train the trainers, get them prepared, provide the facilities, then engage the children, and then provide nutrition for them so that when they eat well, when they feed well, they will be able to learn, they will be able to study, and they will be able to live in compliance to whatever they are taught. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ken, for this information. As you can see, everyone, there's a lot to do. Nigeria is fighting many difficult situations at the same time. There's women in need, there's children in need, and here we have a project that you could support that will be directly resourceful and directly useful for the end users who are in deprived situations. Ken, it was a pleasure having you here today in the World of Humanology. We leave the image on the screen so people can connect and people can contribute. Yes. It was a very interesting conversation. I am very grateful for what you're doing, you and your team. I want to congratulate you from us, from the Institute of Humanology, and my own personal congratulations, because you're trying to do something amazing. This is unbelievable. I think what you're doing is really worthy of respect and gratitude. Thank you, Ken.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, Jessica, I must express my sincere, unflinching gratitude to you and to the World of Humanology for bringing me Ezirim Chinedu Kennedy and Yagazie Foundation to the spotlight for us to be seen, to give us the voice so our voices will be heard, so that our works will be noticed. I thank you wholeheartedly. I appreciate you for what you do, and I can't wait to start our work, to start working together, and to also evolve in your training programs, because I realize they are insightful, they are brilliant, and they are sustainable, that will help us grow to remain upskilled and upscale in everything we are doing. I say thank you very much for you and your team. God bless you.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you, the whole Yagazie Foundation, for this initiative. And now I invite everybody watching us to support them. Thank you, everybody. Have a fantastic day. This is Jessica Lockhart from the International Institute of Humanology. See you in our next The World of Humanology interview. Bye.